baby. We just keep going. Man, so fucking proud of you right there. We don't stop. I love it. Love every single one of you. We emptied that tank again today. That was a lot. It's a good thing we put a lot in. We put a lot in. We needed all of it today. We needed all of it. Nice job, Mel. Way to finish that game. Thank you. Get that thing rolling. Welcome to the NFL, man. This is what it feels like. We beat anybody, any day, anytime. I don't give a where they want to play. Parking lots, in backyards, their home stadium, ours. It don't get matter. We just keep going. We just keep going. All right? Listen to me 1 sec. All right? Listen. All right? We have a brotherhood here. We have a brotherhood. All right? Love every single one of you guys. I know you guys love each other. All right? One of ours, okay, Ben? Look, he played here a long time. He gave a lot to the city of Philadelphia, okay? A little over a year ago, he lost his dad. He came back to Philly to bury him. He hasn't been back in a year. He went and saw him this morning. I know his dad was with us today. I'm going to give this ball to Hank.
Lines on three, fellas. 1, 2, 3.
Well coached. Give Coach Peterson a lot of credit. He always has his team ready to go. I knew they were going to come back strong in the second half. They just continually do that. They've shown that time and time again. Really hard to stop defensively, and they have an outstanding defense. And it's an extremely tough game. Special teams are always solid by these guys. So, just really proud of our players. Give them a lot of credit. Give them credit for an extremely difficult game, a tough game. I think there's obviously a lot of swings or emotional plays in that game that go back and forth, and you just got to stay in the moment and play that play and play the next play and just try to execute to the best of our ability. So just really proud of the team today. I think they had another good week of work. I think they understand every single week we put everything into it we can to try to give ourselves a chance to win. We know how hard it is to win in the NFL. It's so tough. Every single team we play each week is so good, and we thought we had a good week, and just really proud of them today. So we're going to enjoy it. That's a hard win. It's hard to win on the road. It's really hard to win on the road, especially at this place. It's a hostile environment. It's loud. Their fans are great. They're screaming and yelling, and we got to just go out there and execute. So it's good to see. So go ahead.
Well, for the second straight week, just being able to make that defensive play kind of down the stretch of each play, you just speak to the way your defense kind of hung in there. You said you knew they were going to come back after you, and you guys made the play in the end.
Yeah, really proud of those guys. Give the credit to the players that are on the field. Those guys are the ones that are out there working and playing really hard. And look, all three phases, whenever it's our time to go out there and play in those phases, we expect everybody to go out and execute the best they can. And I thought it was good on that series for the defense to be able to make those plays. I think they did a really good job, and it's a combination of everybody. Coach Pasqualoni and his staff just putting together a great game plan there in that situation, and the players going out and executing at a high level. And really, honestly, the players, they do a great job on the sidelines of coming over and giving us feedback, giving us information, and helping us be able to adjust, within the game, which is something we had to do. And just thought it was, just real proud of them at the end. That's a hard offense. It's a really good team.
When things got tough, you guys responded as well. 2 games in a row, sort of like that in crunch time. Do you feel like something is developing here, or boys are comfort in that situation?
We try to practice those situations, but honestly, until you're in the game, you can't really, simulate it. It's really three games in a row. I think there's been some really difficult situations that, we've responded to and at least tried to execute at a high level. So we learn from them. We keep pushing forward, and I'm just glad our guys. Look, like I said, that's a resilient group. It's a tough group in there. Give the players credit. Just give them credit for the work that they do through the course of the week to have the confidence to go out and execute in those situations. It's tough in the NFL. It's real tough. So, we're going to have good days with it, and we're going to have not so good days with it, and we're just trying to make as many of them as we can positive.
Maybe in that vein, we talk a lot all year about playing complementary football. Got to have the situations. You got some of them today. This maybe had some others. I'm just curious your perspective on how the team is doing responding to this.
Yeah, it's week to week. It's week to week when we evaluate it and we'll look at it. But there's certainly, moments in the game where we're all kind of, on the headsets and we're all talking to the players saying, hey, this is this situation. This is the moment we're in right now. Be alert for this. Sometimes those situations come up. Sometimes they don't. We're constantly going through that mental communication, that mental routine of, if then. It's basically if then statements. If this happens, then we're going to do this. If this happens, then we're going to do this. And as much as we can try to talk about it ahead of time, if one of those situations hits, then at least we have a plan and we're ready to go. Sometimes there's things that come up that we don't expect to happen in those situations, and we got to respond, which happened at the end of the game. It wasn't really what we thought we were going to be in, but it did, and we had to adjust, and we had to be able to go execute. And like I said, give the players credit to be able to adjust in those situations.
I apologize, sorry. I know it's early in the year, 2-1 for a young program, young players trying to develop something here, seeing some really success. How do you think that builds for a team trying to get something done?
Sure. Well, they're 1 week seasons for us. That's really where we are. And we understand September is kind of this own little entity of itself. And we're trying to win every game we can. Proud of the players for their work ethic right now, their habits that they're creating, the way that they're approaching each week. I would say that's probably the most important thing for us going forward is just that consistent approach, that consistent routine, and being consistent every single day in the building. I think that's what's most important so we can try to improve. We got a lot of improving to do. There's a lot of areas that we need to get better at. And that's the biggest positive for me from that standpoint.
What's it do for a team knowing you got that therapy and without Daniels and without Slay on the field?
I think for our guys, they're used to kind of just that next guy, whoever it is, stepping in and doing their job and preparing. We try to practice the week like that and make sure that everybody understands, hey, your role, whenever it comes up, whenever that situation is, we expect you to execute at a high level in those situations. So, for us, I'm glad, again, give the players credit for what they were able to do on the field. I think that's the most important thing.
Practice every situation. Carrion said you practice that, like block field goal, change of possession, get the tackle, get the stop, whatever. How often you work on that, and what does it say about your defense too? Just especially that put in a tough situation.
Yeah.
They came up with,
Yeah. Certainly, the block field goal is not one that's, we're trying to have happen to us, but it's one that we certainly go over and we cover. We do a lot of situational work depending on the day. We might walk through some situation stuffs, maybe not necessarily practice it at full speed, but walk through, hey, this is what happens, this is where we go, these are the lanes, this is where everybody overlaps, these are kind of where we got to force the ball, just all those little details. Sometimes you don't get them full speed, and when it happens full speed, you're kind of holding your breath as you go through the play and hope that everybody executes at a high level, but we do try to address as many as we can. There's certainly situations that come up in the NFL every single week that we try to learn from other teams. Each week we'll take a look at those and try to explain it and teach it to the team. But until you're kind of in some of those situations, you just hopefully those guys can execute really well.
Did you have a statement, Slay, or?
I don't. I didn't get a chance to catch them. I know the doctors were talking to those guys, so I did not get a chance to talk to them.
Was it reporting Daniels that there's no breaks in the foot? Is that easy?
I don't know. I didn't hear anything there. No, you guys got better info than I do.
Sorry, man. You talked this week that you still had a ton of confidence in Jamal Agnew. Just
Yep.
how impressed were you
Yeah.
when he came out?
Yeah. He, I think I told you guys after the game last week, we're going to just go back to work. That's really kind of our mantra, just go back to work. And he did. He was in and he was grinding all throughout the week. And when players do that and they grind and they work and they practice, your confidence is high, as ever. And you trust them. And, I just had a feeling that something good was going to happen with everything he did and what he does and his approach, and give him all the credit in the world for putting himself back out there in that situation. And man, that was a nice play, right?
Two more for coach. He's been the OPI challenge.
Yeah.
The defensive back, just what you saw.
Yeah, with Amendola, you're saying on that one. So, it was kind of in front of me. Obviously, the defender didn't turn around. He pulled back. He pulled a little bit on the jersey. There's I think what they use is the impediment of the catch, and so that's a little bit of what we were trying to find out with that situation. But certainly, personally, I think Danny Amendola would catch that ball if someone wasn't kind of right in his face along those lines. So, I just thought it was a good opportunity for us. It's a big play. It's a really, really big play, kind of where we were trying to get going fast. And, look, the officials, obviously, they did a great job. They actually did a great job of controlling the game all the way through. The crew did a phenomenal job, but thought it was a good opportunity for us to take a shot at that. And really, I thought it would be a good momentum swing for us, knowing how aggressive their team is in the second half. I just felt we had to be aggressive, too.
And the defensive job he did on Ertz, too. I know he caught a couple of those and catch a couple.
He's a great player.
He didn't have a huge day.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah, give credit to the players. I just think he's a phenomenal player. I mean, I think he's just one of those awesome tight ends in this league that continually every single week shows up, and I'm glad our guys did a good job. But someone I got a lot of respect for.
I know you haven't seen the film yet on the blocks field goal, but
Yeah. Yeah, I think we had a little bit of an edge issue there. I'm not really sure. I kind of saw what they were doing. We know they have a phenomenal block team. They really do. They've been very close, and they have some schemes that are real difficult on the edge. We talked about those all the way through the week, and just didn't really see exactly, but I saw where it came from. So I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was kind of the similar scheme that they'd been running on that little space there off the edge.
Yeah, last one. Late in the game, once again, you had faith in Patricia, Stafford,
Thanks.
and the receivers. The receivers
Yeah.
were making
Yeah.
Great catches all game
Sure.
long. That
Yeah.
seems to be developing.
I don't think that was ever not developed. I think we've always had trust in everybody that we put out there. That's why we put them out there, because we trust them. It's hard to play in this league. It's hard. The players, they got a tough job, and just trying to make sure, I don't screw it up from a coaching standpoint. Let them go play. And Danny Amendola made an unbelievable catch right in front of our sideline. That was a toe tapper, and he just put everything on the line to make that catch. So those are great players making great plays in great situations. Great throw, great catch. Really, really important.
Weren't as efficient as we could have been, but I thought that we did have some nice balance. This is a team that was third or fourth in the league against the rush on defense. They're giving up 40 a game or something, and we were able to, I don't even know how many we grinded out, but around 90, which doubling what they're normally giving out, which is great. Proud of the guys up front, kept me clean, able to move the ball. Coach Schwartz was doing a great job trying to mix up a bunch of coverages, a bunch of stuff from a bunch of different looks. And we were close on some, just didn't hit as many big ones as maybe we could have.
On that last touchdown drive, 4 for 5 for you, but it started with that long completion to Marvin. Jim doesn't blitz a whole lot. Did you see the blitz coming there? What did you see on that play where you connected on the long?
Yeah, the one down the middle. Yeah, he brought everybody. And I just tried to back up and buy as much time as I possibly could. Guys got open, and Marv made a good catch.
What about guys making tough catches too today? I mean, Mark had a few diving ones, obviously one Amendola had towards that on the
Yep.
sideline there. Just talk about receivers making plays.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job, and I think we were close on some others. Hawk had 2 that were really close. They were close to being touchdowns there. Kenny had one down the left sideline that was close. I mean, we were on the verge of making some big ones, and we just made a couple of them. Obviously enough to win, but wish we could have played a little bit better on offense. But a win's a win. We'll take it.
3 straight games came down to the last drive, last play practically. You guys starting to feel comfortable in that situation? You pulled out 2 of the last 3.
Yeah, I think I feel like we practice that all the time. We're always put in these uncomfortable situations in practice and try to go out there and perform. And I think it helps get us ready for those situations in the game. And then obviously the more you succeed in those situations, the more confidence you have. A lot to clean up at the end of that game. I just got to hit Marv for a first down on the other one, keep the drive going. I was mad at myself for that one. Can't give up blocked field goals. Great job of getting them on the ground, and then obviously a great defensive stop. So it's the way the NFL is. It's tough game, up and down. But I was happy we got the win.
When you're on the sideline getting ready to go into the game for the first time, you see Jamal field that.
Yeah.
Kick and you see him go 100 yards. What's going through your mind?
I was so happy for him. Obviously, he had a tough one last week, and I tried to talk to him after the game last week, just build him up, let him know we're going to need him at some point, and I was fired up for him. It was a great return there. He had another really good punt return that we kind of stumbled on as an offense after that, but he got us across the 50 another time, so I was proud of him, happy for him.
Speaking of uncomfortable situations, on the McKissick run, it looked like you tried to go out there and lead and throw a block. Was that part of the design, or is that just you getting super excited into a play?
A little bit. I'm really supposed to seal the end on that play, but they only had 10 guys. There was no end over there. So I just kept moving and found the next guy. I'm sure he's been hit a lot harder than that, but I tried to get in the way.
What about the defensive effort the last 2 weeks? That guys on that side just shut the door there at the end.
Yeah, it's been great. Like I said, I wish we didn't have to put him back out there. I wish we could have iced that game on offense and either gone down and scored a touchdown or kicked the field goal with not a lot of time left. But sometimes it doesn't happen that way. And really proud of him, stepping up and making some big clutch plays late.
Matt, you've been through a lot of different things with elimination, be 2-1. I know it's September, it's early, but to be where you are right now, with the team trying to build something here, how exciting this is for you, and as a team involved?
Well, I think it's good to get wins, not playing your best football. I know that we haven't played our best football. I think we had too many procedural penalties on offense. I think we gave them 2 first downs on defense with procedural penalties. But, like, we just kept battling, you know, and finding ways to win while you're getting better as a football team is a good thing. And we're doing it against good football teams too, you know. Every team in the NFL is a good team. You go on the road and beat a team like Philly at their place in a tough fashion like that, we'll take it.
You've lost a lot of games like this.
Yeah.
The past few years, when you played poorly, and you lose, especially on the road, and now you're winning games like this. Why do you see the change? What do you think is different?
We're doing just enough. You know, we're making those critical plays in games. You know, I think our defense is doing a great job getting off the field, 3rd or 4th down, whatever it was today. You know, a lot to clean up on offense. We were moving the ball good. We didn't score enough touchdowns. I think we got down the red zone and didn't put 7s on the board enough. But guys are making enough plays, and guys believe in each other, sticking together, and pulling it out.
You've obviously made plenty of plays yourself late in games. I don't know how much more you want to come back to that, but I mean, the whole team's doing it. Does it feel different on the sideline? Is there a different attitude that's kind of permeated?
It's great. You know, obviously we'd love to be up 3 scores and all, you know, have a bunch of sunflower seeds in our cheek and just having a good time. But it doesn't happen that way all the time. Got to go out there and play. Got to finish these games off. And, you know, our team has done it, you know, a number of different ways throughout the first couple of weeks. So it's been good.
That touchdown pass to Marvin being a big one.
Yeah.
What did you see in that ball? I think it was kind of air on
Yeah, all-out blitz again. And we don't have enough to block all those guys coming. But we had enough window dressing on the play to kind of slow them down, and then the adders came late. But I knew I had to get that ball out early. I put a ton of air on it, and he walked it down, which was sweet.
Third game, 4th different player, kind of huge game.
Yeah.
100-yard type game. Just how much confidence do you have in all those guys that you can distribute it anywhere and attack? It seems like from a lot of different spots.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not going into a game saying I'm going to get the ball to this guy a bunch. Just calling plays and going out there and trying to run them the best I can. Marv did a great job. Marv's been a really good receiver here for quite a few years, and got a lot of trust, a lot of reps with him, a lot of comfort with him. Really, all those guys, and just proud of him to step up and make a bunch of really tough catches today and some big plays.
Do you like when you see a blitz coming?
Yeah, I mean, I do. Chance to go after him. I tried to do it again late in the game with the ball to Kenny. Tried to end it with a touchdown. I wish I had thrown it a yard further, and maybe he walks in the end zone with it. So, yeah, I like it.
Second straight week, no sacks. I mean, just what does it mean to you to come out clean?
It's awesome. You know, I know those guys take a bunch of pride in it. It's really everybody. You know, receivers getting open on time, running backs picking up blitzes, tight ends blocking in the pass game, and then the guys up front just being tough and resilient. I think Bev does a great job of kind of moving me around throughout the game. I'm not just sitting in the backfield the whole game, and I'm in some different spots. But when we need to, you know, sit back there, drop back pass on 3rd and long, those guys are doing a great job of keeping me clean, and it's making a difference for us.
Matt made a great play. He threw me a forgiving ball, you know, held it up there, and I just ran under it. So.
In that series, there was a blitz play also where you ran a pretty deep crosser. Did you guys see the blitz coming, and I guess how did that play develop for you?
Well, you basically just have to have answers for everything, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we just, you know, Matt's great at, you know, diagnosing that. And it, you know, I just see me one-on-one. It just, you know, it was one-on-one across the board, and you know, all of us got to run our route to make the play. So it was a good one. You know, I went stuck, and Matt again threw a nice forgiving one so I could run under it. So that was big.
Looks like you made some tough catches all day, though. The touchdown might have been the easy, you know, might have been all things considered the easiest one of the bunch. But how do you like sell out for all those catches? And
oh, that's just what I do. You know, whenever that thing is up in the air, and I mention it every time. You know, when the ball's up in the air, I don't hear anything. You know, it's just me and the ball. So that's what we have to do at the wide receiver position, and yeah.
It hasn't been easy these last 2 weeks, but you did get by 2 teams that I think many people considered Super Bowl contenders. What does it say about the way this team is finishing games and staying tough through the adversity?
Yeah, it definitely is just we're resilient, you know, and we're fighters, and we fight to the end. You know, obviously we wanted, you know, the outcome to be, you know, a little less stressful. Hey, but this is football, and you know, we just played 2 tough teams. You know, that has had some success and stuff like that, and you know, it's going to be battles when you're going against teams like that, you know. So we know that, but at the same time, it's all about us, you know, and what we can do to, you know, to get better. But it comes down to how we fight. You know, everybody fought. The defense did a hell of a job. You know, when we needed them. You know, we answered when the defense needed us as well. So just tough and resilient. That's what won us this game today.
There were a couple of drives there that stalled in the red zone. What needs to be improved in those areas? Why did they stall?
We just need, you know, communication and you know, just up the level of concentration. You know, that those were on us, but at the same time, you know, that's stuff we could fix. You know, obviously every time we go down there, we want to get points, and you know, every time we have been in the red zone, we've had some success and stuff like that. But we just have to keep it going. We want those to be touchdowns, you know, and not field goals. But you know, at the same time, hey, you know, stuff happens. You know, we came out with the win. We did what we needed to do. So.
How rewarding is a win like today and like last week back to back? I mean, just tough grinding games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think quite honestly, you know, we're built for that. You know, like I said, you know, there are a lot of things that we have to clean up in order to go and you know, and put the point spread a little bit more gapish, if that's a word. But hey, you know, we came out with the win. They're tough wins, and you know, one thing you know about us is, hey, you know, we work hard, and it shows at the end of games.
What was that TD celebration?
I was on the ground, so I just was crawling. That's the first thing that popped in my head. So
I didn't know if it was sniper.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what it was. You named it.
A lot of those guys to make plays on the football field, so it was a team effort.
Rashad, that ball was in the air for a long time on that last play. What's going through your mind as that thing's unfolding and that's sailing down towards you?
Make the play and let's get off the football field and go home and celebrate with my team in the locker room.
You know, you kind of got a little frantic there. You knew they were going to have to push guys vertical because it was 4th and long. Did you expect it? It looked like it was just you back there, not a lot of help over the top. You know you're going to have to run with them the whole way.
Like I said before, man, it's 10 of the guys on the football field that was doing their job, and I know that I had to win my matchup. And then once the ball was in the air, all I thought about is just go in the locker room, seal this game, and go celebrate with my teammates.
When Patricia keeps Agnew on the field after the things that happened in the first couple of games, what message does that send to you guys that he still had faith in him?
At the end of the day, he's a football player. You know, we all know the best guys got to go out there and play, and he came back with a positive attitude. He took advantage of the week of practice, made sure he was catching every ball, made sure he was running to the end zones after each and every play. It just shows that he's mentally strong. And, you know, Coach Matty P, that's what he wants the players to be, mentally strong. And just from that, it's just what's going to be expected from now on. Mentally strong football players.
This is 3 straight weeks. Teams have taken some shots at you, and I think learned pretty quickly that that's not really going to work. But what is your confidence level at right now?
It's all about just winning.
Yeah.
All about just winning. That's it.
But making plays helps with winning, right?
You out there, you got to make plays. Your job is to make plays and help the team win games.
Appreciate you.
Pushing you back here, what was the drive that gets you back in that game?
I feel like I've been out long enough, man. So it's time to come back and really fight with my teammates and work with my brothers, man. You know, I love being out there with them and just being able to get out there today. It's luck, you know. Thank God for him healing me, you know, get me right back where I need to be able to step out on the field, man. It means everything to me.
How tough is it that last drive of the game, Rashad Melvin, you know, breaks up that pass? How tough is it to just stay focused and make sure you get the job done in those moments with the pressure?
I mean, I honestly think it's easier. I think it's easier. I mean, the work that we've been putting in with Coach Patricia all summer long, all in OTAs and minicamp and everything like that, just being able to do the repetitions and being able to really lock in and focus on what we need to focus on in those moments, it makes the game so much easier. So it wasn't that hard at all. I mean, we just came out and we knew we had to play our technique, and just at the end of the day, if the ball comes your way, you just got to make a play. And that's what Mel did, and we just forever grateful for that, to end the game on that play.
You guys had a couple of fumble recoveries today. How much more have you guys emphasized that going into this season?
I mean, it's definitely everything. The ball's everything. We get the ball, we can win, you know. And the more we get it, the more chances we'll have of winning. So, I mean, just going out there and just really being aggressive on tackles and making sure that we're going at the ball was a huge emphasis for us this week and every week.
Is that something you're actually practicing, or you're just punching, or it just comes natural?
I mean, just watching the tape, seeing what type of, you know, ball carriers they have, seeing how they carry the ball, and then it's just something that we practice. We have to continue to work on it. It's a skill, so it's nothing that's just going to show up. You know, you have to have ball awareness, and you have to be able to make plays on the ball.
What were the emotions like for you finally being able to get back out there on the field with your team today?
It was awesome. It was awesome, and just it felt really familiar. You know, it wasn't too crazy, but there was a lot of signs that I hadn't played a lot of football in a while, so definitely got to put a lot of work in the next couple of weeks to make sure that my conditioning is there and then my eyes are right. And I'm in the right spots where I need to be at.
Feel good though to be sore though, walk off the field knowing you played a game.
Wednesday this week, when we first had that real practice and I got to go out there with everybody, I was just like thanking God afterwards, because I was walking around like, golly, my hamstrings, my hips, everything's tight right now. I didn't know what to do, but I was just so happy to feel that,
You had a little bit of a You had a little bit of a scare there in the second half. Everything check out okay?
Yeah, everything was good. I mean, high ankle sprain, it is what it is. It's going to hurt at certain points, and I think somebody fell on me or whatever, and I just kind of felt it a little bit there, so I had to go on the sideline, get a little bit more support, came back in, and just finished the game,
These are two tough contested wins you guys put against two very good opponents.
Yep.
I know it's early in the season, you just got to move on to the next one, but do you sense a different attitude in the way you guys are finishing games right now?
I mean, I definitely think that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, we're going to come out, we're going to work hard, and we're going to make sure that we do what we need to do. But it all comes down to the fourth quarter. We got to win. We got to finish and win. And when it's all about winning, the finish part it's not that hard. It's not that hard. It goes back to what you asked about focus, When it's all about winning, the focus is there. So we just got to make sure we do what we do every single Sunday and come out and finish everything.
Love, had rough 2 weeks, but, they stuck with me, They got my back, I got theirs, so.
What was this week like for you? How did you refocus after that?
Just lock in like I do every week. Focus on the little things, details. That's what Matty P is real good at coaching, is the details. So, just locking in on the little stuff, and big things will come.
Your coach was very publicly, backing you throughout the week. What did he say to you behind the scenes that showed you that he still had faith in you?
Just do what you're capable of. Obviously, Bono knows what I'm capable of. Just got to make sure get the ball in my hands first. And it just feels good just knowing I have that support, and I know they got my back. So I'm gonna do whatever I can to have theirs.
What did you actually see on the 100-yard return?
We were expecting left kicks, and he kicked it right. I believe they thought we were returning it right, and we were actually going left. And I seen McKissick, he was leading, and I seen him go up, and only person I seen was 42 Sendejo, and I was like, we got a shot right here. I just got finish in the end zone.
Seemed like you were pretty close on that punt too.
Oh man, I let the punter tackle me, but that was a real good tackle by him. Coming into the week, we knew he liked the cover. I think he's a rugby player or something, so he's a tough dude. He had a couple words for me after that tackle, so it was a great team win. Feels good to win.
What's worse, you getting tackled by the punter or Slay getting tackled by Wentz?
Definitely Slay getting tackled by Wentz, man. I told Slay always said he faster than me. He's not faster than me. I told him Carson Wentz got him, so he's definitely not faster than me.
What does this game do for your confidence? I don't know if you needed the boost, but does it do anything for you?
I stay confident, through the tough times and the good times. You can't stay too high, can't stay too low. You can't ride the roller coaster of emotions, is what Matty P always says. Keep your head up, stay confident, and keep rolling. We keep trying to stack these wins.
What was the reaction like from your teammates coming off the field after that kick return touchdown? How did they support you?
They embraced me. They knew I was capable of that. They had my back throughout the whole process, and just to see them embrace me like that, it was a great feeling. Man, I'll do anything for them. So.
Group photo too?
Yeah, we took a group photo. Logan wanted to take it, so we took it. Hopefully, it came out pretty good. It just felt good to win.
Is it a better feeling returning one on the road or at home? Does it make a difference?
No, special teams played regardless. It always feels good.